This whole thing is freaking surreal, dude.
Isn't it?
It is wild.
Yes.
Every time I want to share a cool moment that I had earlier yesterday morning. No, day before yesterday when we were like setting up, right?
Yep.
And Nate and I were like tying some banners up in the walkway between the two stages.
Yep.
And we had both just finished what we were doing. And we turned at the same time to go hang another banner. And on the BetterHelp stage, they just put on all of like the videos and the graphics about HeartSupport. And we just kind of stood there and were quiet for like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Of just, this is really surreal. And
Yeah.
this is really special.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unbelievable that this is a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've lived that for like a year.
Yes.
And it was just such a cool moment to like, this is not only a culmination of a bunch of work, but it's also like hopefully the beginning of something bigger and cooler, right? So
absolutely.
where are you with all this?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, man?
I love that you shared that story with me because I myself went to the top where that stairs are, to the top of it, and I looked at the main stage before doors opened yesterday.
Yeah.
And I sat there literally for probably the same amount of time.
Yeah.
And just soaked it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, we as a community have wanted a HeartSupport festival for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be like 5 years.
At least. Yeah.
And, you know, it was like things just, you know, didn't come together, or, you know, we were like so close and all this stuff. And you know, and it's just weird how sometimes it's just timing, you know?
Right.
And for some people that are like, you know, this is something I'm passionate about, but it's not really happening right now, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen down the road. Maybe this isn't the right time, or maybe you don't have all the pieces, or maybe you have some growing to do before you get there.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then this past year and a half, we got an opportunity from an amazing person who wanted to create this with us.
Yeah.
You know, and believed in our mission and our community, and wants to bless bands, but also the community and the fans and everything, and raise the importance of mental health and HeartSupport.
Right.
So things just really started to click, you know, and it is super wild. That I sometimes I take my hat off and I just look at what it says.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. And I keep telling everybody this because it just, there's no words to explain really how I feel right now.
Yeah.
But I keep telling people, yesterday I cried 3 times. You know, one out of exhaustion. The second reason was out of fear. You know, and then the third was out of joy. Yeah. Because this has been like so mixed of feelings, you know, like you fear no one's going to come, you fear problems are going to happen, or things are going to fall apart. You weep because you're just so tired, and there's so much energy, and you're literally breaking barriers of your internal mental struggle. I call it biting down. So for me, you know, whenever I hit a real hard time, I get really like low, and I try to react to it, you know, in unhealthy ways, right? And so like I've been in this season in my life this year where I call it biting down, where it's like if you're getting surgery done, open surgery, and like you don't have anything numbing it. Yeah. And you just stick a stick in your mouth, and you just bite it. Yeah. That's what it feels like for me when I'm hit with this fear or this, you know, anxiety or this stress, right? Sure. And like I just have to bite down. I just have to feel my feelings, and then I have to make a choice. Am I going to react to it and go do something I shouldn't do, hurt myself or whatever, or am I going to go do something, or am I going to choose to respond to it and say, hey, okay, this is how I feel. I'm going to feel this out, and then I'm going to do the right thing or something I believe that's going to better the situation. and a lot of times gratitude, you know, reading a book, praying for me personally, you know, just stepping outside of where I am, going to visit friends or going to the gym, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I felt all of those things this weekend, you know, and then tears of joy because there were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people here.
Yeah.
This is the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah.
HeartSupport has its own festival, music festival.
Yeah,
and
man.
thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people came here.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten one, like, this is awful, or one, I don't like this, or this isn't good.
Right.
I haven't gotten one. And the impact that it's making, the people that are here, the music, the bands, like Vigil, the singer from The Ghost Inside, just said the nicest thing about HeartSupport.
Yeah.
And said, you know, talked about their bus crash.
Yeah.
And how he didn't really know about mental health issues or struggle mentally until he was in the hospital and he saw all these bands going on tour and he was dealing with that, you know?
Man, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's huge.
And
that's incredible, man.
And, you know, when we say, you know, because it's on our Instagram, like, you know, bands and fans uniting to elevate the importance of mental health, that really happened.
Yes.
It wasn't, I'm not saying, you know, oh, yeah, bands like these bands care about mental health.
Yes, they do.
They're talking about it on stage, like, and it's not awkward. It's not overwhelming. It's not like a feeling of like religiosity or anything. It's, you're hearing this human being honest and being human, and it's so cool. And he's also in The Ghost Inside, which is also really cool. You know what I mean? I'm like, so it's happening, you know? I'm like,
you just happen to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, and you just happen to be this amazing, phenomenal vocalist.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.